That's a nice segue into the Atlanta game that's coming up on Sunday, going down to ATL. And I can tell you right now, folks, these guys are blood boiling about this one. This needs to become a W, straight up. This needs to be a W, considering we haven't won in Atlanta. So how long, Kevin? How long's it been since we won in Atlanta?
Since 2014, since Obama and Michelle was walking around in the White House eating Fruit Loops.
This man said Fruit Loops. But yeah, we need to win this. This needs to be a W. And so let's talk about how we can get that. What's Atlanta bringing that we need to worry about, and what do we need to do to whoop that bird ass? Kev.
Tim, if you don't mind, I like to give it to Larry since he's down in Atlanta.
Oh
He's
yeah,
got inside. He's got the inside scoop on what he hears on the radio and the TV down there. So if you don't mind, I
yeah.
like to pass off to my man there.
Go ahead, Larry. Get the
Well,
insight.
I'll start off by saying fuck the Falcons. I think everybody knows there's no team that I hate more in the National Football League than the Atlanta Falcons.
Hey.
A lot of family are fans. My blood brothers are diehard Atlanta Falcons fans. So, I just hate them. But I'm gonna start. I'm gonna talk about some key matchups. To be honest with you, they lost one of their best safeties, KZ,
Mm.
and they replaced him with a guy they called up from the practice squad. So in the passing game, we should be able to expose them a little bit. But the biggest key for me is in the trenches because that's where I live at, right? Second year pro, Caleb McGarry. He's from Washington. He was they traded up for him late in the first round. He's supposed to be the real deal. However, for me watching his college tape and me watching his first few games in the pros and much of last season, he struggles with speed rushers.
Uh-oh.
So I look for Brian Burns to expose this young man. I look for Brian Burns to dominate this young man all game long. Everybody watch out for that matchup. Right tackle Caleb McGarry against Brian Burns. I think you're going to see something special from Brian this week.
Mm.
I'll flip it over real quick. Something that we have to actually look out for is they're getting some guys back healthy. Tack McKinley, one of their edge rushers, is back, and also they acquired Dante Fowler this past offseason. So when you look at that duo, healthy is kind of one of the best duos in the game. I mean, those guys are solid. There's nobody to sleep on. So hopefully we can get Russell Okung back this week because we're gonna need him, and hopefully we still get dominant play from Taylor Moton.
Mm.
Another thing I like to take this is probably the obvious, but I don't think there's a team in the league that blows leads like the Atlanta Falcons. And I was listening to a podcast recently with Patrick Peterson and Bryant McFadden. And one of the things that they pointed out is that offensive coordinators are typically egotistical. They have an ego problem. So what you're seeing from Atlanta and Dirk Cutter is when he has a lead, he doesn't know how to just, turn the ball, run the clock out, just keep running the ball. He has to make it look pretty. So even if we get down in Atlanta, we should be optimistic that we'll have opportunities to take advantage and get back in the game. But I don't think anybody wants to see that. I think what we want to do is, from the start of the first quarter, when it's say 15 minutes, we want to dominate them, play in and
Absolutely.
play out.
Absolutely.
Julio Jones is supposed to be coming back healthy, but anybody that knows Julio Jones, he's rarely ever playing healthy. So
Mm.
that's a matchup we got to look out for. I think Will pointed it out is collectively, schematically, we just got to put together a game plan where we can actually contain him. If you can contain him, you can worry about everything else. I know Calvin Ridley's a great receiver. Hopefully Dante Jackson is studying film day in and day out because I'm sure he wants to get some get back from getting embarrassed last season
Oh
by that
boy.
man. So another big name is they got a tight end that's pretty big. He's a big target, knows how to catch passes. He scored a couple touchdowns for him already. He was actually on our draft board, four-man rush draft board a couple seasons when we were looking at getting tight ends. But Hayden Hurst, he's also in Atlanta now, so they do have another weapon to go to. He's kind of been like a safety blanket for Matt Ryan these first few games of the season.
Mm.
Other than that, I'm looking at the offensive line as the biggest opportunity for us. It's not the best in the league. Their whole right side is young, inexperienced. We should be able to dominate in the trenches. That's what I'm expecting. That's going to be the difference in the game. If Derek Brown, Kawan Short, Matos, and Brian Burns get after this offensive line, it should be a long day for Matt Ryan. If you look at their history, Even when we were beating them back in 2014, whenever we had significant wins over the Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan was on his back. I think one year, what's the old boy? Oh, Greg Hardy.
Yeah.
Greg Hardy had sacked Matt
Oh
Ryan 4
man.
times. I think we had 7 sacks on the day. We blew the Falcons out. The way
Whoop
you beat
that
the Atlanta
tail.
Falcons is getting after Matt Ryan, so that's going to be my keys to victory for this week.
Yep.
We have to get pressure on Matt Ryan. If we do that, everything else will fall into place.
Facts. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. Kev, you wanna take it now, or you want to go to Will?
No, I come on in now. Like I said, I had to give our local Atlanta
Oh yeah.
resident the flow there
Oh yeah.
to get everything started because I already knew he was going to say fuck the Falcons. So just want
Behind
to make
enemy
sure we start
lines,
that
man.
segment off right.
He behind enemy lines,
Say that again.
He's behind enemy lines.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, just overall, what I want to see from this team, heading against the Falcons is the fact that will this team have any type of killer mind frame? We got a wounded team that's downright desperate. Coach down there in Atlanta, hot as hell. From what I've been hearing from my little tidbits of information, because like Larry, I also got family all down through the area. Pretty much Augusta, Georgia, and Atlanta, Georgia is where my father's side of the family from. So they definitely fired Dan Quinn Facebook pages and everything coming up. So yeah, coach definitely on the hot seat. But I just want to see if we just got that killer instinct in us to go ahead and chop this bitch's head off from the jump. Like, come down there, let them know, what went on with Rivera don't go on with Rule. And I understand that we're considered underdogs, even though they haven't won a game. But the fact that we haven't won there since 2014 is enough for those that's been around for all those losses, particularly Shaq Thompson. He was drafted in 2015. He's never won in Atlanta. Never.
Wow.
Ever. So, my thing is, I get the X's and O's. I just want to see what type of energy, what type of cutthroat mentality this team gonna play with in all three phases on offense, defense, and special teams. Because I feel like even though we're young and we should blow these boys out the water. I'm just gonna say it. Not so much from because we're more talented than them, just more so because we're tired of losing them and we're tired of hearing their fans talk shit. The Falcon fans are already saying, we don't win but 2 games, we'll beat Carolina.
Okay.
I just needed to play just for them to hush. So for me, if we don't win in Atlanta, it's going to negate the 2 wins that we've got. For me,
Agreed.
It'll just nullify everything. Far as that goes from my own personal perspective. Like I said, this is week 5, Tim. I've been on record of saying, hey, preseason per se is over. These next 12 games, if we're allowed to play 12, will definitely dictate what's going on. And to let Larry know, the record was 9 sacks back in 2013. I just looked it up.
God.
So,
9 sacks. There you go.
Say that again, Larry. You broke up on us, man. Larry, your signal's breaking up, bro.
Well, while I wait for him, Tim, he was sacked 9 times for 49 yards. Now, even though the game was a nail biter, because we only won 21-20, but Matt Ryan was on his back more than a $40 trick. So I mean, he was just. I mean, the defense was just eating the whole game on that defensive line. I mean, it was just crazy. Greg Hardy had 4 sacks. Charles Johnson had 2. That's 6 by your defensive ends right there. Frank Alexander, Mike Mitchell, even Starla Tule got in on the game. So we're gonna need something similar like that to break this curse.
Oh man, it's super choppy, bro. It's like real choppy.
I think the Falcons have intercepted his wave, man. They know we're talking about him.
Yeah, they're mad as hell at you, bro. Well, we'll hop on over. You, Larry. We'll come back to you, bro. We'll go ahead and tell us your take on the game and what we need to do and what can happen.
Yeah, I mean, this point, man, it's just embarrassing. I mean, you 1-7 against these guys. The last 8 games haven't won there since 2014. I mean, you want to call it a rivalry, but is it really a rivalry when a team just owns you the way they have over the last? I mean, enough is enough at this point. I mean, to me, this is the biggest. I don't even really care about the rest of the season right now. This game is my Super Bowl so far. I mean, it's I don't. It's like, man, like these games aren't even been close, man. Like Matt Ryan's back there looking like a first ballot Hall of Famer going untouched, and Julio put up 300 yards one game against us. It's like, at what point do these guys just get tired of losing to this team and step up and try to end this streak? So I think, man, I don't really care what their record says. We know this team has talent. We know Matt Ryan is a former MVP. I mean, I want Julio Jones to play, so hopefully he's going to be out there. I think, Calvin Ridley's always given us hell since he's entered the league, and we just haven't been able to block anybody. I mean, our offense can never keep up with them because we're getting beat up front. So, I mean, hopefully, it's a new regime here now. Hopefully, Matt Rule establishes this new confidence in this squad that they can go into Atlanta and get a win from these guys, man. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
It's been too long, man. It's when you haven't beaten a team since 2014 in their dome. It's like, it gets old after a while. We just, it's a big week for me. I don't pay attention to the records, the 0-4. I expect us to be underdogs in Vegas regardless, which we should be. I just think do what we got to do. Just go out there and let's end this streak, man. And play tough, play physical, play fast. Play to the whistle. Let's see if we can come out here and steal a W and go to 3-2.
Hey, I'm ready to fight at this point. If we don't get a W this week, Falcons fans gonna have to fight me, bro. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done with the trash talk. I'm done not having nothing to say. They just gonna have to fight me, bro. I'm sorry.
Larry coming in like the NFAC and shit.
And also, I want to see Dan Quinn get fired. I grew up across the street from the defensive coordinator, Raheem Morris. So you go ahead and fire Dan Quinn, then my boy gets the head job. So I want to see that happen too.
Interesting. What do you think the odds are in this game, man? We're going to take this one, fellas? I'm expecting to see a strong showing by the defensive front again. KK does. We don't have to rely on KK quite as much, so we got that nice rotation going, so he can ease back into game speed and getting back into game shape. And Brown's got his confidence. Burns got his confidence. Mattos is hungry, man. He's tasting it, man. Well, I don't know. What you think, Larry? You think we're going to take this, man?
I mean, I wish one day I could have the optimism that Kevin has, but I'm gonna try to be as optimistic as possible. On paper, looking at the film, this is a very winnable football game. But like I said, I've been living here in Atlanta for the last 4 years. So since I've been living here, I don't know what it feels like to go into that stadium and get a W. So like, I'm kind of reserved. Like I'm kind of nervous. Out of all 16 games in the schedule, this is the one that makes me the most nervous. But like I said, watching the film, looking at what we've been doing, looking at the way things have been trending, looking at how battered and bruised they are, this is a very, very winnable football game for us.
Word.
Yeah, I think they're going to come out with more energy this game. I think the first road division game we had, they were a little bit flat in Tampa. They just weren't ready for that. But I think now that we got our road division game under our belts, they're on a 2-game winning streak riding high. I think they'll come out with more confidence, be more crisp this week. So I expect a good showing. I think, Teddy in a dome, he'll be in his element. And, I mean, he's got a defense that gives up a lot of yards, gives up a lot of points. We should be able to slice them up a little bit and fill up the stat sheets. I think the defensive line, golden opportunity for them to get after themselves. And when you got these corners are hungry, Russell, Douglas, Dante, they want to prove that they're worthy of starting positions and can be one of the better corners in this league. So I'm just, I'm excited for the guys. I think they're going to come out, play with a high energy level, and go down there and make us proud and try to get this W, man. We got to end this streak, man.
We do.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Dang. How much can I stand? Because I can't stand no more. Kevin, what you think, man? We get this dub, man.
Yeah, we getting this dub. Like Larry said, I'm usually optimistic, but I try to keep my optimism close to reality. And, just based on what I seen, last night game, Monday night game, and what I saw from us Sunday, I don't see why we don't run it up a little bit. I'm gonna have us winning 38-21.
Word.
In Atlanta, and I was kind of hesitant to put that 21 because don't know, how healthy they're gonna be. If Julio ain't playing, I'm gonna drop that to 14. But I expect us to put up another 30 burger for this game. And with, like I said, with the injuries that they're having, they're getting some guys back. The way that our skill position playing and the way our offensive line is slowly but steadily improving, I don't see why we don't push for possibly 40 in Atlanta. I don't see any reason why not. As long as we don't, penalties and turnovers don't get in our way. Go ahead and put me down for 38-21 though.
This is a big game for DJ Moore too, because Kendall Sheffield is their speedster defensive back. I'm pretty certain they're going to be putting him on Robbie Anderson this week, and Isaiah Oliver will be left with the task of guarding DJ Moore. If anybody going to get off on this offense, it's got to be DJ. Got to be DJ, because Isaiah Oliver is one of the worst rated cornerbacks in the league. Absolute draft bust. It's time to get after him.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't in 2018 wasn't the second game in Atlanta where DJ Moore caught his first pass and got a touchdown? If I'm not mistaken,
that stiff arm.
Yes, sir. I was there.
I think we podcasted that for that one, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We sure did.
yeah. That was the one where he caught it across that middle and took off. So by all means, if you got DJ Moore on your fantasy team, I strongly recommend you starting him. Because like I stated, his numbers make it seem like he's producing, but when you're dubbed the guy, when the GOAT himself, Smitty, has said they haven't found no one to replacement until you got to come through with them yards early and often, not late trying to be great.
Yep.
When the game is matter, go ahead and step on necks early and often. So, man, I'm going with the 30 burger, possibly seeing a 40 burger this week from our offense. I don't see no reason why not.
I'm going to have to agree with you, man. I think it should be in the 30s, mid to high 30s, 35, 38 even. Atlanta scoring. I mean, they can score, man. I mean, come on, it's a pro offense. They have a guy that's been there, done that. And even though he didn't win a ring, I mean, Matty Ice is who he is. I mean, the man can throw the ball. He can read the defense. But like Larry said, man, we got to hit this guy. We got to hit him often. We got to just hit that guy and shut down the run, make him one dimensional, and just punish that dude, man. Derek Brown should get the heck off in this game. He should get off unless they decide to double him and have a one-on-one with KK. And KK is a technician, man. He's gonna get his regard. I mean, so pick your poison. But yeah, I see us winning this game too, man.
I was gonna ask Larry, is Mac still playing on a all Pro Bowl caliber? They center they got down there.
Who, Alex Mack?
Yeah, him.
He was kind of trending down the last couple of years, but he's still solid. I think Jake Matthews used to be at a high level too. Yeah. He's been kind of trending down. Collectively, their offensive line just hasn't been that good. But I look to attack that right side with Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGarry. You got to get after them because those are the young guys. Those are the second.
Oh, where'd he go? There's Lawrence. Oh, where'd he go? Come back. There you go. All right.
My bad. I'm at work now. Yeah, but you got to get after that right side of the line with Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGarry. Got to get after those young guys. They're the most inexperienced. That's what we can exploit. Plus, I look at it as a mismatch. Caleb McGarry cannot block Brian Burns. He just can't do it. I haven't seen him do it yet. I haven't seen him be able to block anybody as far as speed rushing goes. So that's going to be the key for me. But Alex Mack is still solid, Kevin. That's your question. He's not playing at that Pro Bowl level that he used to.
Word.
Okay.
Well, then we should eat, man. That front's going to eat. Then hopefully our linebacker play will carry over from this last game, and we can see these guys doing what they're supposed to be doing.
One of y'all mentioned it first. You got to shut down the run. Let's not just ignore the fact that Todd Gurley's not there. He's there.
Word. Yeah. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on Gurley, man. That's still Todd Gurley. Bad knees and all, it's still Todd Gurley. Will, you have anything else to add, man, before we wrap up?
No, that's pretty much everything. I mean, let's look forward to a good game. Try to go to Atlanta, get this win, and go to 3-2. Who would have thought that through 5 games? So see what these boys got, man. See if they can keep this thing going. Winning feels pretty good.
Mm-hmm. It sure the hell does.
And if we win in Atlanta, Will, I say we make plans to go to Atlanta and celebrate at Fellowship.
Right on. Well, folks, that's about it. We broke it down and we gave you something to look at further as in terms of the game coming up on Sunday between the Falcons and the Panthers in Atlanta. That's a 1:00 game. Larry, is that 1:00?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, 1:00 game.
1:00 game, man. So y'all be ready to watch that because I got a feeling we about to see how long's it been? 6 years, 5 years of redemption in one game. A 5-year redemption in one game, folks. Woo! All right, Larry, appreciate you, brother. I know you got the old JOB, man. Do your thing, homeboy. Yes, sir. All right, folks. Kevin, you wanna have a parting shot to the fans real quick?
Yeah, as always, we want to thank all the fans that support the 4-Man Rush on all levels, on all of our social media accounts. Want to thank you guys for that. I personally want to thank each one of you guys in the 4-Man Rush for getting us where we did. Tim, the work that you do. Will, what I'm saying, for his fact checking and knowledge and breakdown. Like, I just want to thank all you guys for making us slowly becoming a social media force for Carolina Panthers facts and analysis and breaking it down. So I just want to thank all of that and give you guys, since this is going to drop tomorrow night on Wednesday, not sure what time, but if you listen to it, be on the lookout for we're going to have a Carolina Panther all 22 film breakdown on our YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be our first time, so bear with us if there's some kinks and some delays as we get it figured out live, but we're looking forward to start doing that every Wednesday night around 9:00. So Tim, if you get this drop before then, and y'all listening, just be on the lookout for that YouTube notification that we're going to be doing a Panthers all 22 breakdown of the plays from this past week.
Oh, for sure.
Check it out.
Oh, for sure. They should be listening to this podcast while they're drinking their coffee in the morning. I ain't playing no games. We need to get this out to the peoples, man. We gotta get it out to them now. Well, so hey, y'all check that out, man. I mean, have an actual coach film breakdown by the 4-Man Rush. It's a whole nother game, folks. It's a whole nother game. Y'all really gonna enjoy that. We're about to make YouTube. The 4-Man Rush YouTube channel is about to be the second best Panther channel to the actual Carolina Panthers channel itself. Damn it, it's about to get real. You guys enjoy that. All right, so on behalf of Kevin and Larry and Will and obviously myself and the whole 4-Man Rush crew, we'd like to thank you guys. Hope you guys are staying safe. If you're listening to this podcast in the morning, afternoon, or evening, please stay safe. Wash your hands, wear your mask 6 feet apart, be smart. And as always, keep pounding. And that is a clear. Dig it.
Yay, yay.
Good job. Oh boy, I can't wait to Sunday.
Yeah, man. I'm tired of losing to these guys, man.
Tired of that mess. And then they're really not that much better than us, man. They're not.
Nah, it's like, 2015, that was a good game, though, in Atlanta in 15. They just made more plays than us that day.
3 weeks, but them high.
Yeah. But then the 16, they were just better than us in 16. In 17, we won in Charlotte, but had a chance to win the division in the finale. They played like one of the worst games I've ever seen.
I was heartbroken that game.
At least offensively, it was one of the worst offensive. Cam and Greg was just out of sync.
Yeah.
It was just ugly.
Ugly.
And after that, man, 18 and 19, it just hadn't been close.
No. We had Kyle Allen last year. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Well, it's gonna be a different one this week, motherfuckers. Whole new team, whole new coach. Hey,
this one can't come soon enough. We get this monkey off our back this year. I feel better about this season.
When's our bye week?
If we're able to get this win and win handily, I'm gonna have the right to start raising my expectations for the team. Because who would have thought 3-2?
I didn't think we were gonna win the any of our first 5 games. To be honest with you, I didn't think we were gonna win any of them. I just didn't think our defense was gonna play this well this soon. We had so many different parts and a whole new scheme, and bro, they flying around now, Jack.
Yeah, we got a lot of young players though. They don't know what it's like to play in the NFC South. The Falcons are a veteran squad, so they're gonna be ready for it. So
they sure will.
You gotta match that energy early and often. Yeah. And Matt Rule's got to establish that. We're not gonna Tampa. That was probably the worst half of the season, the first half against Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, we've been playing pretty good ball, so carry that momentum through.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm anticipating seeing some a lot more trick plays to kind of shake things up from the Falcons. They like to do that little flea flicker back to Matt Ryan and all this stuff. And like I say, Ridley probably jumping at chops. He was held to 0 catches, 0 yards, and it's pretty much been Dante Ridley. Because we said last year, Dante can't get his name back until he get his revenge back on Calvin Ridley. So it's been Dante Ridley playing cornerback for the Panthers ever since.
Man.
You already know Ridley got the Panthers game marked on his schedule every year because we took DJ Moore over him.
How we should have.
We got to match that energy.
For real.
You're not going to forget that.
He torched my man last year, bro. God almighty, he was just doing
I'm just taking time to really let it breathe. So baby, just chill. Yeah. She love it. We out in public and we can just chill with my partners and we can go back to my crib and just chill under covers and do we call me and you lovers.
The Foreman Rush is brought to you by the love and respect of and for the Carolina Panthers and Carolina Panther fans everywhere. Keep pounding. The Four-Man Rush is a non-affiliate of the Carolina Panther organization. All thoughts, assessments, and content of this podcast is directly related to the Four-Man Rush exclusively. Thank you.